Hey, what's up? So, this is back in the no stone Skyblock world, and I don't really use this world much anymore. So, the current plan is to finish this world off. Um, the goal of this world originally was to just see what could and couldn't be done in a Skyblock world where the entire world was the plains biome, and you started with only grass and a tree. So no lava, no ice, no stone, no other plants, and yeah, this is what we came up with. So at Heather's request, the next project is going to be to build an ocean here. I've been putting off doing it for like a month or so. I'm going to keep working on that. And that's what this stream is. It's just going to be me planting trees and stuff. So the current plan, actually we have one ocean over there, so that's filled with water, and then that was the test, then this is going to be the bigger ocean. And we're going to put sunken ships in it, and decorations, and lots of cool stuff. But yeah, we got to build it first. And then once this is done, this world is probably just going to be kind of closed off and archived. The reason just being our goal was to figure out what was and wasn't possible, and we've kind of hit that point where all our projects... hello button. All our projects since then have been just decorative. So we haven't really done any technical innovation, which is kind of what I wanted to do here, so... we are still going to do artistic projects, but we're just going to do this in the permaculture world. Okay, let's see. Here. Nice. Yep. Then we'll put this here. Switch that. And we should be able to chop. Okay, cool. This is the plan. A lot of this world we were doing like experimental techniques for faster, different building. So one of those was to use trees to make the base of future islands. And doing it for the ocean actually turned out to be a lot more work than I think just building a solid platform. But I'm already like 2/3 of the way done, so I'm just seeing it through. It's partly why it took so long. But the trees are a fun way to add like texture and almost a kind of terrain generation to a Skyblock world, because now the surface of the platform we're building is going to have some like random bumps and other stuff in it. Step 1 is to get the scaffolding down. I don't even think we have all the rows needed. Then step 2, we're going to be to get every tree planted. And then lastly, we got to trim the tops of the trees, at least the tall ones, down a bit. Towards the end, we won't have to do that, but kind of need to trim the leaves to get, because we're using the leaves from the first trees we grow for scaffolding for future parts. Which was another advantage of this building technique, is that there is very little upfront cost. This is very dramatic music. Alright. I'm also scared to use music in the background. It should be going through to YouTube. Button. I got an upset cat. Hey, what's up? You're okay. Our cat is like 15 years old at this point. Oh, so sad. She's kind of blind. So what'll happen is she'll kind of get lost, or she might have like cat dementia too. She kind of gets lost just in our room. She doesn't even leave our room ever. Just one further. Oh. Okay, looks like we finished the, Sweet, we finished this aisle. When she gets lost, she'll just kind of start meowing. She doesn't want anything. I think she just wants to know where she is. So usually, kind of cool is we don't even need to like pick her up or move her. If my wife or I just kind of like talk and make noise, she'll figure out by the sound where she is and settle down. It's kind of funny because like she'll wake up at like the cat will wake up at like 3 a.m. and just start yowling. And we're just like, button, button, and then she's like, oh, okay, you're still there, and then she just goes back to bed. But if we don't make noise, like if we just sit there while she's yowling, she'll yowl for like 5 minutes straight. Okay, probably now is the time to go put like some light holes through the islands. Actually see what we're doing. This is like 100 blocks beneath all the main building islands, okay. Okay, there. Eichenstamm. Schwarzpulver. Knochenmehl. I'll speak English. I probably need to throw the hose in here. Okay, and then... yeah, that should be good for... I'll take another one of these, just in case. So we gotta go put some trapdoors in that island. Maybe in this one too, so that there's no large dark spots in these lakes. Actually here, the dark spot lets glow squid spawn, so that one I might keep. Button. Hey. Button. You okay? No? Yeah, as she's yelling, she's just kind of plopping down on her. She has a little fan and a little rug on the ground that she likes to hang out in front of. And it looks like I did not bring the donkey down. Right now, donkeys are our fastest mode of transportation in this world. So we could use horses too, I don't know why I don't. So then once we get that island over there into the same state as this one, yeah. We're gonna have to put a border around the edges to make them look nice. Yeah, add some decorations to this so it doesn't just look like cubes, and then once that's all done, I want to put like a dripstone farm underneath them, or at least underneath this one. And then once we get to that point, we should then be good. Start putting in like sunken ships and art, like the little artistic details. Hey, what's up, Chris? Welcome in. It is nice getting the view of the island from a bunch of different angles, though. That is one of the things that would make a very nice difference in this world, is having bubble elevators. They keep destroying their farmland in the village. Probably have to move it. Okay, where are we going? We are going to the Arboretum Island. So this is where we keep our horses, and we also have every variant of... oh shoot. I don't know if any of y'all play Super Auto Pets. My phone was getting hot. It's because my game is still open. Yes, we have every llama color. And every... I don't think we have every horse color. We have a few horse variants. I don't think we have a mule yet, actually. We do have a donkey. Donkey lives on Mushroom Island. And we have every tree species and each shape that those trees, each of those tree species can make on this island. Well, maybe not every shape in the sense of like every possible like branch configuration for the trees that can branch out, but like... Oh. Cool. Like we have a 2x2 spruce, but then also just a 1x1 spruce. We have a normal oak tree right there. We have some of the giant oak trees right here, because oak trees were used to build this island in the first place. And somewhere around here, I think we have one of the bulb oak trees also. Like the oak trees that aren't the classic shape. Every now and then an oak tree can grow to be this weird, it's almost like a sphere. I believe this is the island that is above, yeah, the ocean. So we gotta punch some holes through this. Button, you okay? I wonder if she wants sunlight. Sometimes in the morning the cat likes sitting in the sun. She can't find it or doesn't understand how it works. Like, it was funny, one day before the sun rose, she went up to the window and like started pawing at the blinds, because that's how she asked for the blinds to be open so that she can like bask in sunlight. I swear I hit a crafting table around here somewhere. Maybe not. Okay, cool. I should probably make a few of those, actually. Cool, because I'm going to be using fences and trap doors to punch holes here. Fence there, too. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we're on the center on this axis, and yeah, okay, so right here is the center. Yep, here's the dead center of the whole island, so we can punch through like there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's put some trapdoors down. Nice, and that should let light all the way down. I didn't build this under leaves. Yeah, okay, cool. Gotta probably punch a handful more of these in. Probably do one in each of the more or less centers of the quadrants of this thing. They're here. Yeah. This could look cool. Yeah, like that. So there's another skylight. Let's see if we can fit one on this side. Let's see, maybe right there. Yeah, right here. Oh, no, it's over platform. Yeah, this should work. Cool. I'm like super cautious now when placing down, or when doing anything on an island where you have to like drill a hole through it. Because earlier in the series, I think we've had only one villager death, and it's because I was doing something like this on the villager island, and when I punched a hole, a villager just ran over and walked right through and happened in like less than a second, and you'd fell into the void. Okay, cool, that's great. We've got one more in this quadrant over here. Oh, nice, we can put it like, with the hay. Okay, great, that should give a lot more light to the lower area. I should probably see if we have any food while we're up here, too. I have to do some baked potatoes. Oh man, I wonder if I moved all the dirt or all the bone meal down to the lower island. Main storage is over there at Sky Bowser, which is the island made all of bone, so all skeleton Bowser is called Dry Bowser in the Mario universe. So this is Sky Bowser, or oh, did we give it a new name? Or the Orchard, because that was its function originally. Eventually we took out the Orchard, because we had other places that were more efficient to grow trees, and so we put in ice rinks where the dirt that held the trees was, as kind of like to preserve the history of the world. Okay. Yeah, for food, we got some potatoes. We could also do... No, I'll save the meat for when we ever have guests. Anonymous, hello. Didn't know you did Skyblock. You have a lot of varied content. Thanks. Yeah, this is an experimental world, so it was pretty much the normal Skyblock. You know, you start with dirt and a tree. Except we did not give ourselves any plants or lava or water. So as a result, we don't have stone. We have not figured out any way to get lava, stone, or obsidian. So this is a very weird stoneless Skyblock world. Oh, I already had potatoes here. Okay. Forgot to check the bone meal chest. We managed to get villagers, a bunch of golems, got iron and even diamond tools that we can buy from the villagers. I think this is where you keep... Oh yeah, lots of bone meal there. Okay, cool. Let's see. Probably want to head up to... Yeah, we'll head up here. The mushroom... So this is the Mushroom Island, or I think it's called... Yeah, we call it Truffle Town. We have pigs, Baxter the donkey, and a bunch of mushroom tops. And these are where our pumpkins grow as well. Because, it's not an in-game thing, but real-world pigs love eating pumpkins and mushrooms. Okay, so we gotta pick these spots. I think we do this. Yep, there we go. I'll cook just a few of them so we can fill up our hunger bar. And this is pretty much the food source for this world. Growing and baking potatoes. That looks lovely, thank you. Yeah, this was the first world where I put effort into making the builds look nice. Not that I did a good, not that it, like, everything I tried worked, but prior to this, I pretty much had like a strictly technical gameplay style where I just optimized for efficiency, not for not for aesthetics as well. Okay, so you've got some baked potatoes. And then there's a bunch of like technical optimizations here. Like down there under Sky Bowser is the original iron farm that was zombie pathfinding based, and that thing got pretty technical. And like there's little places where like there's, I don't know, like the campfires here for cooking. I think there's exactly four, how many of these are there? Yeah, I think there's 8. Exactly 8 campfires. And they're spaced out in a way that by the time you've put, you know, whatever food you're cooking on, all 8 of them, the first campfire you put the food on is done cooking. So we jump back down. Yep. Potatoes pop off. We've used exactly half a stack, and then we repeat. And then do it twice, and you get a full stack of whatever cooked food you're making. Very much on the building side. Thanks. And then this time, when we go down to work on the ocean, we'll take Baxter this time. It's just about the same, like, so we have the oceans down below all these islands that we're working on, and I like just jumping off random sides of these islands and landing in the oceans. But when you do that, it takes like a whole minute longer to get back up without Baxter. That's... Gotta check up here. Every now and then a potato like flies off the side or something. What did we get? Missing 3? Yeah, that's fine. No, this is one of my favorite parts of the world, so just... This is where we come down from this island up here, which a lot of time is spent on. Can't make furnaces, right? Yeah, this is how we have to. This is how we have to cook stuff. So we don't have any kind of furnace or stone. That bed is like my favorite addition to this world. This makes it so you can sprint from that water over the mushrooms and go through this gate without taking fall damage. And then we'll drop off. Yeah. These here so we can cook up potatoes easy next time we need them. Alright, Baxter. Come on, bud. Where's your saddle? There it is. Alright, down we go. Oh, there's the potato. There's one of them. And Baxter jumps over, and then we line ourselves up. And to make sure we're safe, we just gotta stay in line with this water stream. There we go. And now we are at the kelp farm in this world. Baxter, oh, did I forget your lead? Okay. I have leads over at the central area. Not sure if it's safe to leave an animal in this area. Nope. Okay, sorry, Baxter. I might have to just close you in. Oop. Let's see. Oh, actually, I think... Keep Baxter safe. Putting a block there. There. Can you get out of here? Huh, I guess this works. Alright. Alright, there you go, bud. Oops. And then we have like a donkey ladder back up to the top, and that's the fastest way to travel in this world currently. Okay. I thought of a plan this morning, which was when we border the oceans, to border the small one with red mushroom blocks, and then border the larger one with the brown mushroom blocks. Because we have no stone and very little techie items, this world has kind of had a very primitive design feeling to it, like lots of wood, leaves, plants, bone blocks, oak fences. Probably going to keep that for these. Also, I'm trying to reuse waste materials as much as possible. And just because of the process we're using to build these platforms, it creates large amounts of oak logs as a byproduct. So we can use those for bordering or to kind of break up the mushroom side panels that we're going to put around this ocean when it's done. What are we doing now? Let's see, I don't think all the scaffolding down here is done yet. And I was planning to build a wall out of leaves. Might be a bad idea now that leaves are waterloggable. This first ocean was built back before 1.19 when leaves were not waterloggable. Yeah, it looks like we do still need a little bit more. And we have shears because, well, we could make them from iron, but iron's pretty scarce for us. We have a villager that trades shears, though. Do I not have shears down here? Okay, we'll go up and get the shears on the next time we go up. Now, let's see, we can figure out how many more saplings we're gonna need to finish this, and go hoe down leaves until we get them. I think it's 12 trees per column here. What do we got left? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 columns, so a little over 100 saplings is what we're gonna need. Okay, we still gotta get more. We have mountains of cobble. Yeah, it's like, you know, from day one, it kind of breaks the normal rhythm of Skyblock, where, you know, step one is make your cobblestone generator. Sounds, or else it's gonna get super annoying. Oop. Where we had to build everything from wood. So actually that iron farm in the center, which, you know, we built that before villagers, before pretty much any kind of farm had been built. That's iron farm in the center is 100% wood. 100% oak wood, actually. So we can't have emeralds or wandering traders or other tree variants either. Probably put hours into designing that thing too, so this whole Skyblock world, like, at first was almost just an excuse to build that iron farm. Which I don't think is the coolest technical project I've completed, but I think it's definitely the most useful for its, like, the situation it was designed for. Of anything else I've done. Gotta be careful while we're taking down freshly grown trees, because they're still missing a lot of blocks in the corners. And at the moment, we've got nothing but air between us and the void. In fact, that was half the point of building these oceans, was the oceans are positioned under the current villager island and under what we expect to be a future villager island right there. I don't know if we're going to get to it now that we're closing off the world, but these oceans are also going to be a safety net for falling villagers. Yeah, like, tech is really, like, good tech MC and good building MC are both really hard. And there's not many players who can do both really well. which is there's one channel I found, name's like Bjork. It's like BJORK and then something else. It's not something I really know how to pronounce. But they've combined like an iron farm with like a, I don't know, like a little homely cottage. And it's crazy because it's like, there's very few people that do tutorials or showcases for that kind of stuff. Usually it's, you know, just how do you build a nice looking cottage, or just how do you build an efficient iron farm. And this person has a couple videos where they take a very technical build, like an efficient compact iron farm, and arrange it in a way that it fits nicely into like a cottage, and then do a tutorial for how, you know, how to put windows and things in the cottage to make it look nice. I wish there was more content like that, and that content like that was more popular as well. I think this channel has like less than 20 subscribers. Although we are kind of being dangerous right now, because every time we trim down one of these trees, the open stem top is a place for mobs, hostile mobs, to spawn. And because this world is old and small, the local difficulty is maxed out pretty much everywhere. And additionally, because the iron farm is currently turned off, there are no spawn spaces for hostile mobs other than those we create on the trees. So pretty much if we create a spawnable spot, there will be a monster on it within 30 seconds. Like, one thing that I wish I'd taken the time to do, so we have a few toolsmiths, and they sell stone tools. I should have reset their trades to make sure we got at least one of each stone tool type, and I didn't. So now we are missing hose, which is why I have to use wood hose to do this, but we have like iron and diamond tools for everything else. So I think we have 3 toolsmiths, none of them had any better hoe trade. And we're also kind of restricted on which villagers we can get as well, because a lot of the villagers take, like, their profession blocks require stone. So, like, there's no way for us to get a butcher, because we have to build a smoker, which we have to build a furnace to get, that we need stone. Who else falls on that card? Like, same thing with the stonemason. We don't have any way to get the stonemason. I think the weaponsmith uses, like, the grindstone. There's no way for us to get that. Paired with tough armor and weaponry. Yeah. Why not use shears? I do use shears. Oh, yep, see? Our little spider buddy. I do use shears a good deal here, but we do need to get enough saplings back to grow the rest of the trees. So once we hit, I think it's like 108 saplings, and we'll grow the rest. Hey, what's up, McBlaze? Then yeah, we'll switch to shears. You hostile? Yeah, you look hostile. Hey, what's up, bud? Yeah. You know what, we gotta go up and get the shears. Now, I was gonna wait till later, but we'll go do it now. So we can cover up the open log spawning spaces we're creating. How's it going, McBlaze? I don't know if you saw McBlaze, but we finished the redstone dust tower problem last stream. Herbolio, hey there, what's the goal of this session? So right here, we have this big tree platform, and we're going to make it into an ocean. So this smaller one is a little prototype I did, It's not decorated, but it was just an experiment to see if we could make like a large platform with trees quickly, which I now kind of regret doing, but I'm too far in to go back. So the goal is to get this platform finished. Right now we just have scaffolding underneath. Fill it with water, and maybe do some decoration on it, but that might take, you know, a few hours just to get the platform done. Alright, Baxter, time to head back up. Gotta grab a lead for Baxter, too. This is like, here, I'll go on F5 for this. This is my favorite way to travel in this world. We arrive back at the Arboretum. Flip, dang it. The llamas get up into this thing sometimes. Okay, let's, should be able to push him down. Uh-oh. Alright, the llama is now in Truffletown. Okay. Come on. Down you go. This has happened before, so we have a little water catch for the llamas. Alright, is it really faster than placing half slabs? No. No, it's not. It was earlier for us. Like, so you can see we created these islands with the same technique. This was very early on before we had good tools, so like growing the trees in place was at that point faster than like growing them somewhere else, cutting them down, getting the wood, crafting it, and moving those crafted slabs over to where you wanted the platform to be. It also is nice doing it this way because you kind of get like natural terrain generation in Skyblock. But yeah, down there for the oceans, it would have been easier just to platforms of slabs. Okay, so we gotta get shears. One thing on our list. That's pretty much it. The new best way to transport mobs vertically. I want to take down our lanterns also. Huh. It's like we gotta trade for emeralds too. You know what? I might have left the emeralds down at the ocean area. Alright, that's fine though. Be a chance to see how we get emeralds in this world. So we got really fortunate where, you know, 2 of these villagers were cured from zombies, and one of the ones we cured was you? Smithy? Yeah, Smithy is the one we cured. So Smithy has amazing trades. So this is a Silk Touch, I think. Yeah, on breaking to Silk Touch for 1 Emerald Iron Axe. So that has been our go-to for this whole world. Yeah, it is surprisingly efficient for early game to do it this way. Late game though, yeah, no, it's faster to do other ways. We don't have stone in this world, so one method of getting blocks that's actually pretty fast is using this axe to instant mine mushrooms, and then use the mushroom blocks as building blocks. So one of the villagers we cured and has really good trades is Smithy. And they give us really good tool trades. The other one we cured... Why is everything in German? I am learning German, and I usually don't record episodes with the language setting in German. I'll switch it back to English, but when I'm playing and not putting together an episode, I keep it in German to help me learn. So that's that. And this is my wife's favorite island up here. Call it Fairy Plateau. Some cats hanging out, melons growing. So this island has the sugarcane, the melons, a bunch of other, you know, just little decor blocks that we've managed to get. And this is where we get emeralds in this world, is because the farmer accepts both pumpkins and melons, and because they were cured, does 1 emerald per each gourd. The world lore more like a Robinson-type story, or do you imagine a society that would live in this space when thinking about it? So for Fairy Plateau, I don't think we had like a storyline in mind, more like a mental image of something magical when making this place. Then we have Cactus Island over here. A lot of this was just kind of practicing. And here we have a little tropical fish pond. Little pufferfish. I think the only... And then this is Cactus Island, so this is where we farm, cactus. We did like a kind of mineshaft theme, or at least tried to over here. I think this is actually where we've spent the most iron in the entire world, was on just this little artsy, area here. Oh, and we used to have a bed here, but it turns out the village was connecting to it, and it was messing up the population. Had to take it out. Yeah, and then all the cactuses water flowed over here. And this is kind of funny. I'll fall like on the cactus. And it's right here. So in the corner of the village. And then we don't really have a use for cactus because we can't like smelt it into dye. So it just kind of builds up there. Yeah, that's Cusco. We want Pacha. Pacha's good trades. Pacha. Yeah, there's Pacha. And someone with shears. You sell shears, but you're still a blank villager, so I want to keep you blank in case we want to... Here we go. Perfect. See ya, buddies. And that's pretty much how we get stuff. Lots of falling in this world. Yes. Yes, there is. Is there a reason why you never bothered with the usual iron farms? Yeah, at first we were trying to actually do like I mean, it was hard enough with the no stone, but we were trying to do a pacifist playthrough also. It's like, not killing iron golems for iron, so we could totally go kill all the golems in there. Get a bunch of iron. But yeah, we did a zombie iron farm instead, and well, once we got all the iron we needed, we actually just turned it off. It is pretty slow and tedious, so I, prefer just getting tools from the villagers over crafting up iron tools. I forgot to trade the sugarcane. And here, this is the last part of the world, which I don't think y'all have seen, is the saloon. So we also get items... Hey, what's up, awesome? We also get items through infinite wandering trader trading. So I hang out here, this little cell, reduce the render distance. Traders spawn on this platform, run towards the bell. When they run through here, a little light turns on just so that I can quick open up the game, look, see if a trader spawned or not. And then the trader gets pushed into unloaded chunks. I think, yeah, the boundary is like right here between loaded and unloaded. And yeah, then what we can do is put a wandering trader in that boat. I open them up and let the water push me far away so that they're unloaded. And you can trade infinitely with wandering traders that way. And then here we have it all. This area is decorated to look like a bank, so there's lions and, oh, what the heck? Huh. I must have dropped this off from working on the ocean. I forgot about it. Okay. Yeah, I was looking for this dirt block too. Crazy. Oh. Bunch more saplings too. then up here we have like a cafeteria, so you know, drinks, food, little like serving bar, table, window seats. Yeah, the bed is hidden back here. Thank you. Also, hello, Lorna. And upstairs we have the rec room. I don't know why a melon is here. That might actually be an Enderman. So I can't pick that up. Anyways, yep, so just a little, like, got a pool table here, billiards, trash can, nice fireplace. This is supposed to be like a dance floor. We did the best to make this look like an actual, like, jukebox machine. And somewhere there's a chicken running around, like darts over here in the corner. Long term, we actually still need a name for this place, or we called it the log. But these, you know, this color choice was really ugly, so I took it down. Down here, got some little nice plants. Oh, chickens nearby. There you are. Yeah, we get animals over here sometimes, because I used to have grass for a flower farm here on Fairy Island, and animals would spawn on it while I was AFKing here, which is why all the cats are here. I was hoping to take up the animal mob cap with cats. Okay, we got all the supplies we need though, so we are free to head back down to our oceans and keep building. Let's see how we want to do this. Down this way. The log. Yes. Okay, land on the bed. Now that you've pointed it out, there is a lot of falling in this world. Gotta find Baxter. What's up, bud? And down we go. Keep going. Yep, so we fall from Fairy Island to Truffle Town. Fall off the mushrooms onto the bed, then we fall with Baxter down to the Ocean Project. There we are. Nice and safe. Yep, put Baxter in there. I think I brought a lead this time. Alright, and then we got some little hay bales there for Baxter to chow on while we're building. We build the sign out of stairs and things. Oh, that's very true. I didn't think of that. I kind of wanted to use the sign also, though, to flex the dyes we have. Because we have managed to get one of every dye in this world, in this weird no-stone challenge world. Some of them you have to get from the trader, like there's no way for us to get green dye. Same thing with cyan. But everything else I think we got. Okay, what are we doing here? Let's drop off some of these tools. And other random crap. Dirt in there. That in there. There. Let's see. Oh, okay. Dirt there. Let's just put the lanterns there. I thought I had a chest for underwater. Just for decorations. Guess I don't. Okay. Lanterns in there. Oops. Well, I guess that's I guess that's stripped now. Okay, sweet. You have different biomes in your world. Oh, so it's the challenge is even worse. This is no stone skyblock and a one biome world. So this entire world, it's all plains biome. So no matter where we go, no matter how high, low, far, whole world is plains biome. So this is actually just super flat. This is not like, you know, most Skyblocks where you take a normal world and then just kind of like wipe the blocks out of it. Have you gone to the Nether? No, to this date we have not figured out a way to get lava, stone, obsidian, anything like that. I gotta get some leaves here. Wait, how did you get dyes if not from flowers then? Any wandering trader has a small chance to trade a random dye, and they can trade any of the 16 dyes. So a lot of them we got from flowers, you know, but the ones we couldn't, we got from wandering trader trades. Have to binge the series. I wish I knew about it earlier. Yeah, like, these challenge Skyblocks have been becoming pretty popular recently. Like, before this series, you know, like, I think 2 or 3 other people independently made just theory crafting videos about, like, if you know, what could you and could not get just starting, like, just grass or just a tree or whatever. And then I've seen one other series like this. Oh, no, 2. I've seen one where someone started with, I think, just dirt and a tree. We're a little different. We started with grass and a tree. And I've seen another series where someone did just 1 block of grass, which is absurd. And they actually, like, got emeralds and, like, trees, and, yeah, theirs is super impressive. Can't remember. Oh, that was all the... Okay, gotta get more. But looks like we gotta punch more holes through the island above, too. It's still pretty dark down here. Do we have... Is that 90? 101. Okay, so we just need... like 7 more saplings to get enough to finish this thing. And after that, we can just switch to shears, and taking down these trees will go a lot faster. Yeah, that's the one. That person did a playthrough with only bedrock. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, like, if you can get... I'm not sure how you do bedrock, actually, but if you have a grass block, you can pretty much get... So if you have grass block and a tree, you can get pretty much everything except stone, lava, obsidian, that class of blocks. And then if you have a grass block that's in, I think, a taiga biome, like, then foxes can spawn on it, and you can get emeralds, and if a wandering trader shows up, you can buy trees. So, grass block in taiga, you can get a tree, or if it's in a plains biome like we did, we just gave ourselves a tree at the start. So then what you can do is, you know, you can get zombie villagers, you know, build a mob grinder out of wood. You can get iron from the zombies, make a cauldron, it fills up with rain. You can make a bucket from the iron, take the water out of the cauldron, get a water source block. You can get a second one, make endless water. Do you think you should make another island? Inland? Island? We still have a few blank islands that we haven't finished. You can see Like, these ones are kind of built with little skeletons underneath. We have a few that are just blank skeletons. Future projects, that's probably not going to do, honestly. Like, one thing I thought would be fun would be to take that island and make it into a hostile mob city. So to, like, make a creeper district and a zombie district and a skeleton district. Have, like, little, I don't know, waterways that move them around. Make, like, kind of like an aquarium tube where the player can safely walk through and, like, observe them. That's... So I want to do that kind of stuff still. Cover that, yeah. But I'd rather do that, like, more artistic, wonky projects in just a normal survival world. Like, the point of this world was to figure out what the limits of just starting with a grass block and a tree were. And we kind of found them, so kind of done. This last project is just to flex what we've managed to do. And then in the future, you know, if something's added to the game that lets us get stone, then we'll open this world back up and see what we can do at that point. Also, okay, so you see this line right here? It goes off way over there. We have the last two zombie villagers we saved from our mob grinder before we turned it off. And we made a little cryogenics setup to, like, freeze them, and they're in unloaded chunks, so they're not entity ticking. They're not even loaded, I think. But yeah, we did, so normally the way you get golden apples to cure the zombie villagers is you have to, like, strike hundreds of pigs with lightning to make zombie zombified piglins, and to have them, you know, you can kill them and get gold. We wanted to see if you could do it without, you know, electrocuting hundreds of pigs. And we couldn't find a way to do that, so what we did was we froze two of our zombie villagers and told ourselves, if we find a new method of getting villagers, then we'll unfreeze those two and cure them in the future. But until that day, they are in cryogenics. Oh god, LOL. Yeah. Yeah, you can go watch the video where we electrocute like 100 pigs. There was no other way. That was like... We've been trying to play this world, like, pretty, I don't know, like, pacifistly or ethically, I guess, be the right way to put it. But yeah, that electrocuting 100 pigs was definitely a breach of that. But to our knowledge, that was the only way to get villagers, and so we considered the trade-off worth it. And then, you know, you can use a witch to get weakness potions to get the weakness effect on the villagers. I think we did have one zombie villager, one or two died in the process of trying to cure them. Took us a few tries. We didn't have to re-electrocute the pigs, though. Alright, it's pretty good. And I haven't decided how deep to make these oceans yet, because part of me wants to actually leave some of these weirder trees where they are. And just kind of leave them as, like, underwater structures or even islands, but you know, part of the whole point of these oceans is that they'll catch things that fall off the islands above, and so if we have islands in these oceans, well, anything that lands on the island is just going to die from fall damage, so... There's probably a few places, like on the corners or in between islands, that we can safely put... I'm using island... that in between the sky islands, where we can safely put water islands down here that'll be safe for falling entities. Kind of funny, you're really right about the building versus technical content. It's either all fluff or full industrial like SciCraft Skyblock. Yeah. Like, there are a very, like, small amount of people that are blending them really well. In fact, that's actually what a lot of Hermitcraft players do pretty well. I I mean, a lot of them like aren't technical at all, but some of them um, are among those select few that have just superb building and superb technical skills. The chosen ones. And I'm thinking like Impulse, SV, Zoom Avoid, Tango Tech. It's like I produced content like 7 years ago, took a long break, and then came back. Have you seen the new Minecraft games? Like the battle games, I think they said are gonna come out like next year or something. Yeah. I haven't watched the previews though, but I've heard of them. Like Tango back in the day was one of like the full industrial players. I want to say Tango was known mostly for making very complex and good iron farms back in the day when like village mechanics were a lot more complicated. Like it, the algorithm for spawning golems had to do with like village number, which depended on doors and very complex building structures and overlaps. And Tango solved a lot of those problems very well. Now, a lot of what he's doing on Hermitcraft is actually just really big, very lovely building projects. It's very interesting to see Tango grow out and learn, the new skill like that. As far as I remember, he didn't do stuff like that like 7 years ago. Yeah, Doc M is another example too. His Hall of Goat, very nice building structure, but then, obviously he has the perimeter as well. Cubfan as well. Cubfan's shops are very, like his drink shop is very well decorated. His mineshaft project was super cool. But then at the same time, he does something like Total Chaos, which is a very technical project. Lots of redstone, lots of, more quirky game mechanics involved. Yeah, those are some of my favorite players to watch. Just people that have both building and technical stuff down. Part of me wanted to make this big ocean we're working on now much deeper than the ocean over here. The downside of that is I don't think there's really a way to like elevate a boat upwards. Like it has to swim flat. The only way to elevate a boat is with some kind of piston structure or with, I think, bubble columns. Both of which we do not have access to in this world. What happens if you swim a boat just into like a water, like if you're on a flat surface and you have like a waterfall and you swim a boat? I guess we could test that. Because that might determine whether or not we leave up these bigger trees here. This is going pretty well though. After this, we still have, I think, 9 more rows to do. I guess once we get enough leaves to build up the walls, we can just go ahead and leave these little nub trees exactly like they are. There used to be a way in the olden days, right? Yeah. Where you could just go up like a kind of like a staircase of flowing water. I don't know what happened. I did spend some time screwing around with that concept in Creative World, and I couldn't get anything to work. Might be worth taking another look at it, though. But yeah, this area is looking a lot cleaner now. Yeah, you know what? Let's leave the giant trees for now. If we decide we don't want them, we can always come back and get rid of them. But we do need to close up underneath them. Because we're gonna have these oceans also, have a few dozen like tropical fish swimming around, so we gotta make sure the fish can't like fall down out of the world while they're swimming. What is this thing? It's just a normal tree. I also have my car at the mechanic right now, so I gotta make... Oh, it might be done. Well, shoot. It told me it was gonna take a while, so I was hoping I would have had, like, 3 hours to stream. How long have I been... An hour. Okay, we've been streaming. Let's quick sleep. Always freaky running over these leaves at night. It's hard to tell where, like, I try my best to make sure I plug all the holes that pop up in the corners while I go, but I've had a few close calls but haven't fallen through while doing this yet. Alright, let's see if this was from the mechanic. I don't think I've ever set a voicemail password. This is a relatively new phone, and I still don't even know how to check the voicemail on. Yeah, it's from Canyon Lake. That's gotta be the car.
Thank you for choosing Advanced Auto Care. Please hold on.
But probably take that off speaker. In case they like list off my, license plate and insurance number and mother's maiden name and... Hi, this is Chris. I dropped off a Chevy Sonic, just got a call. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Gotcha. Okay. Actually, I think I have the cabinet filter in the trunk, just haven't bothered to install it. Okay, can you do that today, or should I come pick it up? Great. Alright, thanks. I'll look for a call. Alright. Stream is not done. Okay, cool. Yeah, my car has a gas problem. So it looks like found the problem, and they got the parts shipped, and it's going to be done today. So they didn't say till after 2, which means I got another 3 hours at least. Fun stuff being an adult, man. Fun stuff. You also all know I drive a Chevy Sonic now. I don't think that's like... I don't think there's anything bad that could happen from sharing that information online. So I'm not like picking up the phone and being like, "Hi, yeah, oh yeah, I just confirm I live at da da da, my number's da da da." And to be honest, I don't think I have enough of a following online that anyone would really care or do anything about it. Can you make a flying machine? Not in this world. Like, can I do it? Like, do I know how? Yeah, I know how to make a few. But in this world, we can get honey blocks, because we can get bees. Beehives generate sometimes with trees next to flowers. But pistons require stone, and so we can't make pistons. And even, with honey, the pistons are the thing that create the movement, so there's not really any way to make a flying machine without pistons. We do have redstone. We can get redstone from witches. And in fact, we do have one redstone contraption in the world, and that is an automatic AFK treasure-friendly fishing farm, which we use redstone to move a player back and forth to recast the fishing line. Besides that, I also wanted to try to make a daylight sensor using like sheep eating grass as the detection, because we can detect that with budded or burnt out redstone torches. That's another project that we're probably not going to get to in this world. Manual flying machine where you just rebuild every few blocks. Isn't that just bridging? Let's go out over the side. But destroying the bridge as you go behind you. Alright, let's make a fool of myself. What's up? Man, I missed a bunch of holes over here. I don't know what it is. What is this? I don't know what this is. It sounds like some old tech. Do you have ender pearls? I think we have like a few saved. We don't use them for anything. I didn't bother to make like a farm or any. Well, the iron farm actually is designed so that it produces some amount of ender pearls, but not enough to be really useful. It just kind of like, wanted to get some just to kind of prove that we could get them. After that, we didn't get any more. See, this looks kind of ugly now. I must have destroyed some of this. Looks better. Okay, is that all? That's all the small trees. Still a couple holes here and there. We are good to... Oh, there's a hole. Okay. Now, we are good to move on from this area. Finish up the other side. Excellent. And that means, I think we'll finish the last scaffold. We don't have actual scaffolding. I mean, like, just these kind of struts here. And then we can plant the last trees. And you get dogs. Oh yeah, you can. We do not have any dogs, though. I believe do dogs spawn in plains? They might actually be a forest-only spawn. This might be one of those things where, like, you could get them in an older version. Like, we don't have any squid, but if we switch back to an older version, we could get squid. Minecraft dog. I think they do only spawn in... Yeah, they have to spawn in forest biomes. So forest, taiga, grove, old growth taiga, snowy taigas, and all of their variants. Apparently only except flower forests. Will there be connections between the oceans? Still thinking about boats. Yeah, I was planning to do a triangle. So kind of have like three... Well, actually, yeah, one connection from our kelp farm area to the big ocean, another connection actually from about where I'm standing in the big ocean to the little one, and then another one from that corner of the little ocean to the kelp farm. And that'll be the, yeah, those will be our waterway, almost like a kind of river tram that you can take. Another thing I wanted to do that we never had time to do was make a sky tram. So, you know, we can't do mine carts and whatnot, but it's too iron expensive, it would take too long. But we do have boats, plenty of wood. We can make a little, just like flowing water pathway that just moves a boat in like a big circle around the world, you know, to get a nice view of everything that we could just sit in. And it'll move us around. I'd do that actually. Maybe once the oceans are done, figure out a way to position that Skytram so that you get a good view of both the upper islands and the ocean. Although that might be hard because I think the prettiest island is Fairy Plateau, and it's the highest, and all its pretty stuff is on top of it. So you'd kind of have to look down on it. Have you got TNT? We have some. We haven't used it. And we crafted some just for the sake of it, because you can get, you know, creeper from gunpowder. You can get gunpowder from creepers, and sand from wandering traders. Okay, it's looking good. Air canals. Love that concept. Alright, here we go. Dirt, and I gotta go get bone meal. Stay there. Unfortunately, because of the infinite wandering trader trading setup we have, we can get a lot of the like limited trades. So, you know, if we find a wandering trader that trades like sand or ice or something, we could trade 100 times with them and just get a few stacks of that resource from one trader, which is where we get all the dirt that's actually in one of the chests over here. My plan down here is to actually start a little beachside village as well, and to do that, we're probably just going to pick some forced volunteer villagers from up there and jump down with them into the little ocean here and build some houses for them. Okay. Yeah, so this is a bunch of extra dirt, way more than the starter island gave us. What do we need? We need bone meal. Put that in here, yeah. Drop off our tools. Some of them, maybe not all of them. Yeah, that's good. Ooh, I think this is Dvorak playing right now. That's my guess. Picking volunteers. Nope. Mozart. I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah, I guess we could leave those as underwater structures. We'll just have to shave them down a bit, which I think I did over here. Might have actually... We did have underwater giant oaks, but I might have just... Oh no, I left them in. I just, like, cut off the top so they're just flat. You know, probably long term what we want to do is, like, round them off again. So they look a little bit nicer if you're, like, swimming around exploring underwater. What's up, squid? Yeah, something like that. See, does that look any better? Yeah, it looks better. Still work to do, but yeah, we'll do something like that. Yeah, let's see. So we do... There we go. Pick up some bone. You can make it a pathfinding AI to let them choose. That's a good idea. Or like just kind of put, you know, like 3 boats down in the middle of the village or something, and whoever wanders into the boats goes to the new village. Although we do need to make sure there's like at least one farmer in the new village so that they have, you know, they can like get their own food and whatnot when they need it. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, yep, 9 rows to go. We've done probably about twice that, so we're probably about 60-70% of the way done. 3, dirt, 2, 3, 4, dirt, sapling, bone meal, and repeat. And this is what we gotta do 100 times. Each tree is being placed down with 4 blocks of space between it and the previous tree, so every 5th block. That way, their leaves butt up against each other with no overlap most of the time. And before we had good tools, this was a much faster way to create platforms because, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was about 5, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 clicks worth of work to produce a footprint of at least, you know, 24, 23 blocks more if you get one of these mutant trees. So if you could, you know, place these trees and grow them fast, this did end up being faster than building the platforms by hand, and gave a more textured look to the platforms as well. Like you can see up there, we did originally use bone blocks for the struts or scaffolding underneath, which gave a very, almost had a very biological feeling to it. Like we were, you know, building the rib cages and skeletons of the islands. Originally, we thought of the islands as like a flock of sea turtles, and as if this whole world were under an ocean. As you can see, they kind of have like a diamond shape, and because of the shapes of the trees, kind of have like a square grid back pattern like a turtle does, with a little irregularity. So like that end would be the head, you'd have 4 legs on either side, which is also why we named the central island Skybowser at one point, because that was an all-bone turtle shape. Plains of oak slabs would be a bit boring. But yeah. Those videos of pets predicting football wins. I've seen stuff like that on Twitch TV, you know, where it's like fish plays Minecraft or something, or fish plays Pokemon. Or like you map each part of its tank to a different button, and just wherever it's swimming, you hit that button. I think Michael Reeves did like a fish trade stocks or something like that. Pretty much the same kind of thing. This method was also nice early on when, you know, we have like wood tools and just cutting down trees takes a long time. This is nice because you only have to chop down 1 log per tree. Which when you have bad tools is a big time saver. the fun of this world at first was coping with the weird restrictions of no stone and just the plains biome. Now that we've got beyond those restrictions, it's not as interesting anymore. Leaf turtles are such a cool concept. Like, it makes me want to paint something like that. That is a cool concept. Reminds me of the lion turtle from Avatar: The Last Airbender, where it has a whole forest ecosystem island on its back. I just got back from donating to Team Trees. Nice. That is a good thing to do. I know they wouldn't do this, but how dumb would it be if, I think it's like, what, who, Mr. Beast and Mark Rober that organized that or started organizing it? If, like, they just planted Minecraft trees. Yeah, they're good though. I'm sure they're planting actual trees. That sounds like a kind of clickbait Minecraft, you know, hardcore video title. Like, I planted 1 million trees in hardcore Minecraft by hand. I think one of the hermits, so players on Hermitcraft, Gemini Tay, said that she has this problem where no matter what content she creates, her hardcore Skyblock series always gets more views, despite being like almost a year old. Let's see. Alright, there's another row done. Did I take... Yeah, okay, I do have all the saplings. And like, man, doing this in hardcore would be a lot. It'd be stressful. Like, I have stuff on me that took me a while to get, but for the most part, you know, 15 minutes to get it back. A drop in the ocean. 2. I really like the gloaming in this shader pack. So the golden light rays that hit the world in morning and evening. I remember for a few months, you know, the first few months of this world we were playing without shaders. Then I think when 1.19 came out, my wife and I tried the world with shaders for the first time as well. And like, it just looks so good. We spent like an hour just taking, like, almost doing a little photo shoot of the world. Taking pictures of our favorite parts and... is this safe to do this at night? I think so. We covered up all the spawn areas. Just slightly harder to count 4 leaf blocks. And I think a good goal for today would just be to get all the trees planted. That way the surface is done of the future ocean. Might get shot by a skeleton, which wouldn't be great. It's true. We should be safe. I'm more thinking about turning it today, just it's easier for y'all to see the screen. The monitor I'm using is a really good deal. I found it at a thrift store. It's like a 1080p LED low power monitor I got for $20. But its color is kind of off and has some problems displaying text for some reason. I fiddled with the settings and couldn't fix it, but it was just such a good deal to get an HD like LED low power monitor that it's like it's worth putting up with. But as a result, because it does weird stuff with the color, never really sure how something is gonna look on others' monitors. I have a second monitor so I can like move stuff back and forth and check. But sometimes I'll record something in the dark that I can see just fine. And then I move it to another monitor, to my phone, and I can see pretty much nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna set it today. Oh, and raining. Oh yeah. So the kelp farm has like, I think 2 jack-o'-lanterns in it to keep glow squid from spawning in it. But the result is that it just looks like this really creepy face at night. Looks worse from the small ocean. Yeah. Always a bummer when you have to get something replaced on a piece of tech. It's usually not cheap either. It's always kind of surprising how like, I don't know, screen replacement can often be like as much as the whole, thing, like as the whole laptop would cost to buy used. It's kind of a pain. Like, we had a laptop that the screen, like, got a little bubble in the LCD, and the bubble was just kind of growing. And to get a new screen, the laptop is like 6 years old. Replacing the screen on it was like $120, I think. Just like, it was a lot. Ended up just being like 100 or 200 more to get a new laptop. We still kept the old one, so we have both now. Things to work together across every device, but about that. IG. I don't know what IG stands for. I mean, like, how we depend on, like, all the different parts to work together, like the keyboard and the hard drive and the CPU and the screen and the case and the motherboard. Or, like, more of the software electronics side, like how we, need YouTube and our videos and messaging to work across all our devices. Stands for I guess. Oh, okay. I don't think about that. Gotcha. Yeah, and how I expect everyone to see the same data we do. There's some interesting videos on YouTube about, how like monitors display color and how the human eye recognizes color. And I think there was a Tom Scott video like a few years ago. This is a long time ago now, where just basically someone created like a pink paint that was so pink, and like a typical LCD crystal display did not have like the intensity available to show it. Just in general, I think like, the combination of wavelengths that LCD crystal displays create is like only an approximation of the actual colors of things. Like we add together two light wave frequencies to approximate a single one that actually occurs in the real world. I think a while back, like there was a fad where people were making TVs that had like RGBL, so it's red, green, blue, yellow pixels, claiming it gave a wider variety of colors. It probably did. But the approximations that RGB can do are just, they're usually pretty good. They probably don't lack, like, variety in hue, but variety, in intensity of hue. I do wonder how they calibrate that kind of stuff, though. Like, you take a picture of, say, like, a rose. It's red, has a certain red hue. When when you're, like, designing, like the first, I don't know, LCD display, how do you make sure, like, the red being displayed is the right, red hue? Instead of being too red or green or whatever. It's mostly red, but there's probably some amount of green and blue light being reflected off the rose as well. Yeah. I guess one solution you could do is like you have you have like the rose or whatever that you're taking a picture of. You take a picture of it, and you have the LCD display where you're trying to like calibrate the proper hue intensity of the rose. So, taking in the picture file from the rose and figuring out what voltages to hit each cell in your LCD display with so that it outputs the proper strength of redness. What you could do is you just kind of take a best guess. It's not very good. And then with the same camera, you take a picture of the screen and the rose again and then compare. Because whatever distortion was created by taking, like the direct picture of the rose will be doubled by taking a picture of the rose, and then you could probably do some math and work out how to correct it exactly. More of a problem with cameras and how they encode the data. Makes sense. This grind is wearing me down a lot faster than the previous streams were. For some reason, working on a math problem doesn't tire me out. Like, I can sit down and do math for like 8 hours. Definitely lots of math involved, no matter the process. Like, I can work on a, like, so for the math streams I did last week, like, I would look down, you know, at the time for how long I've been streaming, it'd be like about right now, you know, hour and a half, hour, 40 minutes. And then I'd go back to work, and the next time I think to look up at the time, it's already over 4 hours. This feels like it's going on forever. Yeah, that's partly also because I chose to build this thing with trees, which is a pretty slow way to do it. Okay, what is this, the 4th row? 4 out of 9 done. Gotta grab more bone meal. Oh, we're getting close, yeah. Okay. We'll plant all the trees. Definitely not a feeling I had at university. Oh, doing math for a super long time? Yeah, math can... I love math. But depending on, like if I'm being forced to do certain math problems for, you know, work or school, then yeah, that'll ruin it for me. What am I getting? Bone meal. Noch ein Block. Cool. Okay, this should be good to finish off the saplings we have. Don't think we have any more anywhere. Well, I said it was safe, like, you know, no skeletons would spawn and kill us. There is a slim chance that when one of these mutant big oak trees forms, that one of its branches with a sideways log will not have leaves on top of every solid log in that branch. So you can have open spawning spots created by oak trees. That's pretty rare, though. Most of the time, they're entirely leaves for open surfaces. Well, open upwards surfaces, obviously, you could count like the trunk here as an open surface. Gone. Were you doing a math degree at university, or like a computer degree or an engineering degree, like something that required a lot of math, or was this like your general education math requirement? It's almost done. Yeah, we are making progress. math and physics in high school as well. It's a bummer. Did you end up like finishing a math and physics track even though you didn't like it, or did you leave it, or did you like switch to a different subject? I really like math and programming as a hobby, but I found out I really, really don't like doing math or computer science for like a corporation for work. Um, like when it comes to, you know, what I do to pay the bills, I'd much prefer that to be. Dude, the grid here is off by 1. Okay, whatever. Yeah, there's other stuff I'd much prefer to do instead of math and computer stuff for a day job. But I went all the way through with a math computer science degree before I realized that, so like I, you know, still get to use what I learned in the degree, like for my hobby math. 1, 2. But yeah, definitely wish I would have spent my time in school learning another trade. I quit after the first semester. Might be going into arts. Nice. Good transition. I ended up trying to switch into a farm design for my career, like farm and garden design and management. I got certified after, my wife works as a veterinary technician, so fortunately, she makes enough to, you know, cover our bills. So I was able to take the time, get certified, and like apprentice at farms, you know, without getting paid to do so, which I definitely wouldn't have been able to do on my own. Was that the moon? Huh, I didn't realize that the moon casts shadows with this shader pack. Neat. Oh. I think I hear a skeleton. I'm gonna make a run for it. Yeah, so now I do math and programming for hobby projects. Let's see. Oh, is there an open mutant branch? I might have imagined it too. That bat's spawning. Ooh, this looks... Oh, these are all covered. Oh, yeah, look. Huh. There the dude is. It's really funny. Yeah, how do we want to do this? Probably if we're just in that little armpit, they can't shoot us off. Hey. Reach you? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. And like the school and the family culture I grew up in was like, very rigid. Um, I wasn't given really many options in my family for like what to do with my life. It's like you know, the path in life to the good life is to get good like test scores at school so you can get into a good college so you can get a high paying desk job and retire at an early age and then do what you like. And um, not really much thought was given to whether or not that was enjoyable or even whether or not you were making anyone else's life better by doing that. Like, yeah, there's something to be said for jobs that are unpleasant, but they make, the world a much better place. But if you're doing a job that you don't like and doesn't make the world a better place, it's not really any advantage there. That might be because my grandfather grew up on a farm, and he was kind of like a self-made, American man where paid his own way through school most of the way, kind of like the first person to get a college degree in our family. And like in his situation, that was great. I think my family kind of made the mistake of thinking that because that was good in his time and his situation, that it has to be done by any and all family members. Yeah. No, yeah, I'm not trying to do the make a lot of money desk job, retire at an early age thing anymore. Farm and garden design has been a good mix for me of like I found that I really enjoy it. Um, there are actually jobs out there in farm and garden design. Running on saplings. Okay, we're probably gonna have to take down some leaves. And also, like usually when I get to work with someone, I can really actually make their lives better by the design I do. Just help them eat healthier, live healthier, accomplish whatever goals they have. I guess we could keep mobs from spawning by just not breaking the top leaf. An easy solution to this. Let's see. Let's actually get a count for how many trees we're gonna need still. I think I underestimated before. Oh, maybe I didn't. Just 2 rows left? Wow, really? 2 out of 9, that's all that's left? Huh, okay. Each of those gonna need at least 12. There might be more than 12 trees in each row here. Maybe like 30 saplings and we'll be good to finish this off. Surprisingly, a lot of the farm and garden design stuff carries over to Minecraft. One of the few games that has enough like flexibility and plant animal systems in it for modern farm design to apply to it. That's really funny that it was a skeleton too. Because it could have been a zombie or a creeper that spawned in there. Yeah, you called it. You should call like useful mobs. Meaning like, okay, you summoned a skeleton. Now you gotta summon a zombie a baby zombie chicken jockey with full diamond armor. I'm pretty sure they can only hold shovels and swords, but if you could get them to hold a diamond hoe, that'd be great too. I think we might have a mending book in this world too from the treasure fish farm. Maybe not. I might have only thought that because we could get a mending book. Where health of the world is taken into consideration. Health of the world? Does that mean like not killing stuff if I don't have to? Usually try to do that. And for a while I was doing like a kind of strict pacifist playthrough. I kind of stopped that though. I don't like... I think I decided I don't actually really like mob grinders. Like, I find that, you know, math and, like, puzzle aspect of them really cool, but just as something to use in the world, they kind of take life out of it that I miss. Where did I put... Wow, did we use all the hose? So I'm trying to challenge myself to play all my worlds with a new restriction, which is to only, like, yeah, I will still totally farm hostile mobs for resources, but to only kill them, like, individually. So no, like, grinding mobs in mass. There we go. Hopefully that'll last us to 30 saplings. Perfect. Right. And the hoe is certainly going to have mending efficiency. I wonder if it'd be better to have... No, we can use shears for getting the leaf blocks, so we'd probably want the hoe to have fortune on it if possible. That way we could get, you know, more saplings per leaf block on average. Yeah, I think it was actually advice that Etho gave, so Etho of Ethos Lab gave, which is when you start a Minecraft world, he said you should have a set of restrictions for yourself in that world. So I think in his modded series, like a restriction he set for himself was that he wouldn't use Elytra to move around his world. He would force himself to use other, like, pathways, horses, minecarts. So the restriction for this world, I guess, is that's any, like, we have to have individual relationships with any hostile mob or animal that we get resources from. Can't do automatic or playerless or bulk farming. Like, for a while, what we were doing was, you know, we had, like, our animal herds that we were farming. And when it was time to butcher one of the animals, we actually had, like, a little butcher area for it. So we'd, like, bring it over, give it a treat. We had, like, a special enchanted axe that was hard to get, that could one or two shot all the animals, so we didn't just have to, like, punch them to death. And it overlooked the sunset, so we, you know, give them a nice view for their final moments. which is like, I'm just like, that's an example of what this restriction requires us to do. So we're still getting resources from animals, but we're making sure we have some kind of like positive relationship with each one when we're getting resources from them. It's actually modeled after an actual goat farm I got to go see. You end up naming the like, I guess you'd call it a slaughter. Well, okay, so the little area where we killed them, like they overlook the sunset, and get their favorite treat. I think I'd recently read Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut. And so we thought it was funny because it's on like the opposite. We're still, slaughtering them for resources, but it's like abnormally humane. I think so we called it Lighthouse 5 as a reference to Slaughterhouse 5. And as a reference to the fact that it looks out over the light of the sunset. Bringing it, yeah. It depends on what you're optimizing for. It's like, say you're doing a speedrun, you're just optimizing time between you and a specific goal. And, well, if that's what you're optimizing, it's usually faster to just, punch a pig to death for, initial food when you spawn in the world than to take the time to cut down a tree, make an axe so you can one-shot the pig. Or again, like, if your goal is just to optimize food production, like per time unit, then yeah, some kind of automatic auto animal cooker is the most, like, it's the best solution for that optimization. But if instead you're optimizing like your enjoyment of the production of that, you're still trying to optimize the speed of the food production, but also your enjoyment of the process of production and your enjoyment of the usage of the food, then it might not be the same design. So like, I have a lot more fun trying to do these kind of weird, humane, individualistic approaches to farming. So I'm just optimizing a different goal. Usually also more interesting just on the math and strategy side of things to optimize multiple goals at once. A bit like cattails. Huh. Yeah, they do. You know what? We should leave them like that. It's kind of cool. Because we have a... Well, I think we are still going to need a few more leaves, because I want to have the inside of the ocean lined with leaves, so that when you're swimming underwater, I think it'll make the edge of the tank look cooler than having a solid block. It adds a little bit more depth to it. But yeah, this will be cool. We'll have like a little patch of cattails on the ocean floor as well. Like, I guess water cattails underwater. Although cattails usually grow in like stream beds or the edge of lakes. So when rains come and, the streams surge and the lakes rise, there's probably a lot of underwater cattail fields, like in actual real-life nature. I wonder how hard it'd be to create tides in Minecraft for a water cycle, like to have a body of water whose level actually changes. Like you could hook it up to a daylight sensor, so like every Minecraft week, like it goes down a block, maybe 5 times, and then after 5 Minecraft weeks it starts going up and then like goes up and down. You can easily flood an area by, just opening like trapdoors with water along the edge of the body, and then like the water will, create new source blocks all the way to the edge. I guess if these are gonna be cattails, I should try to like do it in one clump instead of putting out like little lines of... Oh, we already got 40 40 saplings, though. Okay. We can figure out the shape of the cattail spot later. For now, we can plant the rest of the trees. But then, removing the water is a little bit trickier. You could have flying machines like sweep off the surface of the water. Yeah, okay, you're already ahead of me. I don't think there's any way to like automatically use sponges, because I assume they're pushable. I don't even know if sponges are pushable. But, you know, assuming they are. You could have some flying machine that just moves a handful of them in place, sucks up a bunch of the water. That might be kind of hard too, though, because I think sponges, like, they don't just take off, like, the top layer of water, they, like, take, like, a sphere shape around the sponge. And then, you know, you could have the flying machines return, like, the wet sponges to a central area. You could TNT blast them into items, and then put them through furnaces and dry them out. But then I think you would still need a player to place the dried sponge items back onto the flying machine, so it wouldn't be totally automatic. Yeah, I think Rising Tides with flying machines would be a pretty fun project for the normal terrain world I'm playing right now. I think this is probably also draining me more because I haven't had breakfast today. Which normally I make it a point to eat before I start working on my computer projects, but I had to drop the car off at the mechanic today, and so I had to get up early to take care of that. Didn't have time to eat. Yeah, making it look good would be the challenge, like, because, you know, if you had, like, a perfectly, like, square body of water and, like, just rows of flying machines on either side, yeah, you could probably pretty easily rise and lower the tides. But, you know, that looks ugly. Like, fitting it in naturally to the terrain of like, the actual terrain of a Minecraft world is going to be a lot more interesting of a challenge. JJ Marinelli. Hi, how's your day going? It's pretty good. We're almost ready. We're planting the last few trees on this big platform we're making, so that's good. My car is getting fixed at the mechanic, so that's a pretty good thing too. And I get to eat breakfast in a few minutes. Yeah, pretty solid. It's surprisingly safe to use a dirt block like this. So it turns out, you know, if I were to just not move and break the dirt block, I don't want to try it, but there would be a chance it would just actually fall off the side without being picked up. But if you break it and move into it as soon as it breaks, it is a 100% chance that you'll pick up the dirt block. What time is it even for you? It is almost noon. I think I woke up at like 7 a.m. today, so been up for 5 hours. Almost dinner time for you. Okay. Yeah, it's about noon here for me. I'm in California on the west coast of the United States. Alright, we gotta go sleep. We're not making the same mistake twice. Probably actually too late. We covered up that one spawning spot, but we've grown a few trees since then. Epic Man, hey, what's up? See, the way you interact, you will be big one day. Wow, thanks. Nice to hear. Yeah, streaming is new for me. This is the first first time I've even played music. You guys hear the music? I don't even think I've checked that yet. Poland, okay. Gotcha. My wife's side of the family is Polish. We think there's some adoptions on her side of the family, so we're not entirely sure what her ancestry is. You got 3 watching. Can even get 1. What kind of stuff do you work on, Epic Man? When you stream? Did I leave the dirt over here? Our lone dirt block? Yeah. Alright, do I jump? Nice. It is faint? Okay. And turn it up. A little higher. Turn it up more. It's just a list of public domain classical music. Risky parkour. It's actually kind of too loud for me now. What state you live in? I'm in California. That's good now? Cool. It's a little quiet. Like, because it's like this classical music playlist, it's also kind of like the songs will have just 5-minute stretches of like very quiet, you know, string instrument playings, and then all of a sudden like trumpets come in and it's, you know, like 6 times louder. Yeah, so this one I could turn. I like the music because I don't know, yeah, it's good as a streamer to talk, make conversation, discuss interesting ideas while you're chilling. But it's also nice sometimes to just like watch something without dialogue. Maybe some nice music in the background. I'm not sure it really works for Minecraft, but some of my favorite videos to watch are like nature survival videos. A lot of which are fake, but there's a few real channels out there. You know, where like some dude goes off into the wilderness and just like makes like a house or a furnace or like a trap or a bow and arrow from scratch. No one left. Okay. But like those videos have no dialogue at all. Like just, you know, nice chill music and just video footage of the person making their thing. And maybe a few like subtitles just kind of like describing what's going on. It's like, you know, I wouldn't mind having that going for like the video game thing as well. There's something a little like more therapeutic about watching like a real world thing, you know, with the bird sounds and the trees and stuff. You know, I don't know how much you can recreate that effect in Minecraft. Minecraft maybe a little more if you get like nice shaders and you take the time to make your area look pretty that you're working in. I feel like it's a lot more awkward, and the the probability of cringe is much higher if it's just like silence than my off comments in between them. Like sometimes, you know, a question or a discussion will come up, and then I'll be talking through ideas for like 20-30 minutes straight. But I wouldn't mind just having a chill stream showing footage of grind work on a project either. This is Java. I love Primitive Technology Guy. His videos are great. Yeah. His book is, I think, what I'm gonna ask for like my next birthday gift from my wife or something. I think John is his name. Hey, that's the last tree. Sweet. This is Java. AJ, what are you doing with the chat, man? Like, you keep saying no one left while other people are chatting, and then... Are you deleting your own messages, or is YouTube doing that? Okay, cool. Huh. You're not trying to post, like, phone numbers or addresses or something. Or just furiously cursing in the chat. Okay, cool. So probably do is grab a few. Yeah, we can take down the leaves. That won't take too much longer. And then we'll leave up the big mutant oak trees like we did over here. Did I make sure? Oh, I don't think I made sure that these were spawn-proof. Okay, we probably got to go through a few extra leaf blocks in like that tree over there to make sure nothing can pop up in it. I have seen one YouTube series where someone, I'm reading your comment about simulating primitive videos with mud in Minecraft now. I have seen one YouTube series where someone did like a primitive Minecraft challenge, where it's like you're not allowed to use iron or anything more advanced than that. Interesting challenge. I don't think they did their series very long though. To those, we can drop off a bunch of our logs. Probably the fault of the algorithm black box. Yeah. I respect the algorithm, JJ. It's gonna rule our lives one day. Gotta get on its good side. Bone meal, we can throw our dirt in there. Yeah, we even got some extra saplings, great. Take a few more shears. Welcome the new masters, that's what I say. Don't fight what you can't win. Now, the algorithm's weird, but, actually, I'm not sure what I think of the algorithm. I should probably just stop talking and giving valueless opinions on it. I usually joke about that kind of stuff, though. Like, how Jeff Bezos is going to be, or Elon Musk is going to be like the next monarch. Like, monarchies are going to return with the new, like, modern tech world. There's already a bunch of weird sci-fi video, like, theory crafts on YouTube about that kind of thing. Like, we're doing the cattails in this area too. Okay, we can do that with shears. Like how someday it might actually be, like being a citizen of Google might be a legally recognized nationality internationally. You know, maybe not, but like, At least right now, it looks plausible. I'm not sure there's any company I would want to be a citizen of. I'm back. Welcome back, Lorna. Hope you had a good break wherever you were. Am I the only one? Oh, hey, that message went through. I can see it. No, JJ, there are 3 or 4 other people in chat, so I don't know what's going on with your account. Are you on a... I don't know if you're on like a phone or a laptop or what, but yeah, there's a few other people. And most of your messages, JJ, were blocked. Like recently though, I've been having a problem with my accounts. Shoot, we gotta get to the bed. Where like every time I post a video, within like 1 hour to 3 hours after it's posted, like a spam bot will post a link to a pornographic site in the comments. And so now like whenever I post, I have to like watch the videos like super closely to make sure I can catch it and report it and delete it before it's up on the video. It's because, you know, I want my videos to be like as family friendly, child friendly as possible. But because of that, you know, like every video I post, there's like, I create like 2 to 3 spam reports for it, so. Oh, you're still doing this? Yeah, we got all the trees planted, Lorna, but now we gotta trim them down. Because I'm gonna build a wall around this of leaves. And on the other side, we can have a dripstone farm also if we like. So, I don't know. It might be that, like, because I create so many spam reports, YouTube algorithm might be, like, more sensitive to my videos now. I don't know if, like, the algorithm works like that, like, if it keeps a closer eye on the channels where most of the spam is occurring. I see the same bot comments on other channels that have similar types of content and numbers as mine. So I don't think it's just me that's getting those kinds of spam. What do you do for a living? Currently, so most of my work history is actually in software design and research for software companies, but I got out of that the past year or two. Had a really weird job history for the last like 2 or 3 years. But currently, I'm certified as a farm and garden design consultant for designing and operating farms, gardens, homesteads, that kind of thing. And yeah, that's the current goal, is to make a living doing that stuff. But I moved this past year to a different county in California, and have just found 0 work opportunities in this new area, so it's been kind of frustrating. That's a long way to say I'm unemployed. If you keep talking, I'll keep watching. What's up, Max? Bro, is that like blackmail? Like, I'm not allowed to stop talking? I don't know, I like just kind of chilling and working sometimes. And is it like I have, like, talking about a certain thing, or just, you mean like, if I make noise, you'll stay here? That could be really cringe. And right now we're making a cattail garden. Same job. That's rude. I'm talking about max, JJ. So we got conflict. Conflict in the chat. I mean, I'm not gonna stop talking either, because that's also kind of giving Max his way. Like, you know, they say do X, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna not do X. It's like, okay, I'm still changing how I act because of the request, which is still kind of letting Max win. So I don't know if that means... I don't know, this is like too much of a meta question. I'm just gonna keep playing. No blackmailing him today, that's right! The Thursday stream is for blackmail. Monday is off limits. Is today Monday or Tuesday? Oh, it's Tuesday. Tuesday stream. It's off limits for blackmail. No blackmail on Tuesdays. Anyways, where are you from? Report Max. I live in California in the United States, and am not willing to give more information than that. I think I'd actually be comfortable, like, sharing my location in more detail, but that's not safe for everyone on the internet to do. An example for safe online privacy practices. My favorite day, Blackmail Thursday. Yeah, Black Friday doesn't exist. That's a good one. No! Well, how it goes. I mean, this isn't a hardcore playthrough, so it's not the, like, worst thing in the world. Okay, what I had some diamond gear on me. Okay, we didn't take all our shears. Rip. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, now we can, like, all the supplies I lost I have back up at our central storage. It just takes a few minutes to get up and down. Yeah, we probably got to go back up and get geared back up. I think that might be the first death for this. Maybe a second death for this project. Alright, Baxter. Time to go back up. Don't... In the end, it was the skeleton inside you. That's funny. Yeah, what's up with that, man? There's like no... There's no diamond zombie chicken jockey with the perfect hoe for us. Okay. Up we go, Baxter. Sometimes Baxter stops on the way up. Here we go. Oh, come on. Out of the way. Oh, yep, that's macadamia nut. I think that might be the only... I don't think we named the other... No, there's one other horse with a name. Where is it? Not you. You're the child of macadamia nut. I think one of these is named Brownie. Maybe not. Oh, I think we named one brownie honorarily. Leave the chest, just use one thing. No, the leaves, just one shear. It's a great way to get up. Thanks. Yeah, I'm just gonna go get, like, all the supplies, and we'll bring, like, all the supplies we need down, but we won't keep all of them on us while we're working. Yeah, so here, you'll be able to see it from up here. So underneath the central island here, this thing is actually, it's not operational anymore, but it was our mob farm for getting iron and zombie villagers at first. Like you can see spawning cube in there, they pathfind to blocks, fall down, big like umbrella over it to keep it dark. And you know, it's all wood, because you know, we built it before having any other resources. I think it took 9 stacks of logs to build, something like that. Oh yeah, look at the ocean, it's all solid now. The platform is all solid. And I've played through this style of Skyblock 2 or 3 times, just to the point of getting this farm done before starting the series. And one of those times, I was building the farm and had all 9 stacks of logs on me, which in early game, you know, takes you an hour or 2 to get. And sure enough, like 10% into building the farm, fell into the void, lost all 9 stacks. Okay, here we go. This is our, Ooh! We out of... Okay, we'll get another pick. We gotta go trade for more axes. Here. Oh, yeah, we gotta get more food too. Let's take a shovel on us too. We have lots of shovels. Use water to make it more efficient. Wait, what are we talking about, JJ? You're a really underrated brother. Thanks, man. Dude. Yeah, there we go, okay. From unlocking the trades of the villagers we have, we just got... Oh yeah, there we go. See, we do have an ender pearl in here. Bunch of random other drops. The slime we actually got from Wandering Trader, I think. I'm not sure we've gotten any slimes from actually killing slimes yet. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll just deal with the stone axes for a bit. All the other tools we got plenty of. Oh yeah, this is... So, we used to keep animals here, and this is the lighthouse that we butchered the animals in. Now it's just like a sunset-looking, overlooking bedroom. This cat is named Dreamcatcher. Because for a while, we were getting... Because, you know, like, a cat will, like, sleep on your lap while you're in a bed at night and bring you an item in the morning, so this is where we got a bunch of, like, rabbit items. This is the only way you can get them in this, only way you can get rabbit items in our world. Demon King, hi, welcome in. I subbed. Well, thank you. You deserve more subscribers. Thanks. Okay, so we gotta grab food, and then I think we should be good to head back down. We're probably gonna need more shears too, but we have 3 full shears down there, and we can go through those first, and then build up the leaves we get and whatnot. Probably also start the shell as well outside the oceans. Yeah. I sub, just right now. Great. Thanks, Max. If you sub, you're not allowed to talk in the comments. Everyone else can. Just Max can't talk in the comments. You have a lot of time. Yeah, I do. I mean, I said I work in farm and garden design, and it's kind of true. It's more like I used to. Just because in this new area I've had so little job opportunities that I've been looking for other outlets to spend my time on. What would be nice is if I could actually like start drawing income from doing this kind of thing. Normally I don't do like survival builds like this at all. I do like big technical projects and just like to teach about like the math and the programming that goes into them. Ooh. And that I think would be really cool to do for work, like make educational videos using Minecraft. Like the next big video project I want to work on is I spent a lot of time, if you were here for last week's streams, you saw it. The background, just farming potatoes to dramatic classical music. So, we gotta leave some potatoes to replant in the future. Yeah, so last week's streams, we figured out actually how many dust you could connect to a single lever in Minecraft, and like did the math to like prove that that was the most. So I'd like to make a video on that soon. I also got, like, if I want to try to do this more often, I should, like, I gotta invest the time to learn how to edit high-quality videos together. So you play Minecraft. Yeah. Right now, like, my work life is a weird mix of... I'm not even sure to call it jobs. But over the past year, I've also spent probably like at least 10 hours a week on average, working as a consultant for an indie video game group, designing like a fake language for their world, kind of like what Elvish is in Lord of the Rings, or what is it, Valkyrian? Whatever the, made up language is for Game of Thrones. So that was one thing I did. This past year as well for work. Here we go. Okay, cool. Are we gonna get all 64 back? Looks like we haven't lost any potatoes yet. And I've done some like gardening and farming projects this past year, but none of them were like paid or professional, just stuff I found interesting that I wanted to work on. I lurked in a few of the streams, but a lot of stuff went over my head. Yeah, that was like just the, I don't know, raw, unfiltered math. Did I miss some of those campfires? Like, doing, like, working out the math for the first time, I don't, like, I barely understand it, so I'm not really able to explain it well. I guess I lost some of the potatoes. Okay, we didn't get all of them. But, when I make the video explaining everything, now it's, like, at the point where I have hindsight, so I can, like, look at everything we did and kind of organize it in a way that's a lot easier to understand for someone new to the project. Okay, this should be good to head back down and get to work. And Baxter should be... Oh. There's some of the potatoes. And Baxter should be on this island ready to head back down. Ah, here we go. Back up to... What the... Huh. What are you all doing in there? Okay, apparently the pigs get stuck when they pathfind into here. Come on, guys. Get out. Crazy animals. Probably need to close this area in, actually. Okay, we can do that later. There's like a dozen pigs on this island. One of them is named Ponderosa, and one of them does not have a saddle, and those are the only two unique pigs. Did you hear about the server that tried to make the Bible? Like a Minecraft server that tried to make the Bible? Like, what do you mean they tried to make it? Like, write it out in, like, a book in the game? Or you mean, like, they tried to, like, recreate the landscape from the stories in the Bible? Both of those sound kind of interesting. Alright, Baxter. Good job. Oh, sweet. I still got Baxter's lead. Alright, you chill there. Are you not? Big pool party. I feel like I'm talking with strangers. That's probably true. I mean, unless you know some of us in real life. In which case we're not strangers. Oh, does that mean your stream is buffering, JJ? If you're posting the, like, a loading image? Okay, drop that in there. It's out. What do we need? We need... I'll take 2 of them. Leave 1 in there. I mean, for, you know, planting all these trees and doing all, like, the chopping of the leaves, just dying once is pretty good. There we go. Yeah, we'll get down all the small ones. Leave the big mutant trees up in place. Yeah, it's like right here. Places like that we gotta close up. Oh, okay, so they actually wrote it out in books. Are they using any program to speed that up? Like, to auto-generate the books, or is this like survival character by character they typed out? You know, all like 1,000 pages or whatever. That's insane. Did they finish? Huh. Like, yeah, all of us actually just went to the same elementary school, or like all saw each other at the airport at the same time, or... How weird would that be if just like a group of people in chat in, you know, just a stream somewhere, like all passed each other at the same time in real life? Didn't talk, so they don't really know each other. But like, we're just all at the same coffee shop or something at the same time. Is this really not copyright music? This is like a classic theme. Well, gotta try something sometime. Although I think with classical music, it's a little different because the like sequence of notes themselves are not copyright, they're in the public domain. It's kind of stressing me out though. But performances of a classical song can be copyright. So, like if a big orchestra performs a classical song, they can copyright their performance of it. That might not be exactly right, but that's my guess. Or at least that's like what I understand. How copyright with classical or public domain music works. Oh. Go to sleep. Oh, is that like a YouTube rule? Like, they won't copyright strike an under 1K channel? Performed live, yeah. With my feet, I have a violin off camera, and I'm just strumming away. You can't prove it's not true. It's also absurdly unlikely that it is true, which I don't know if that holds up in court. Yeah, I got 2 violins and a piano. I do actually have a mini piano in my room. Like one of those toy ones like in Peanuts that... I forgot their name. That they play at like the Halloween or Christmas play or whatever they do. Like Snoopy and Charlie Brown, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. You can get arrows and bow. Yes. I think we do have some. I don't know why I just don't keep them on me. Okay, this is looking better. Okay, I think this area is... all the holes are plugged up. Great. Yeah, now we just gotta work our way back. Let's see, what are shears or just shears? Eichenlaub. I wonder if laub just means leaves, and I think Eichen means oak. You have a good blanket by the comfy. Go to. No, I don't have a good blanket. No advertising in chat, JJ. Gotta take that somewhere else. We're all in perfectly content relationships with our current blankets. That's the one. New sentence. True, we believe in you. Why are we doing tree farming again? Leaf farms to be more accurate? You know, we're just trying to make an ocean, and I chose this, like, really slow way to make the platform for the bottom of the ocean. So we're gonna make walls of leaves, fill it with water. We've already done it once over there. That's what that thing is. And then we'll decorate it up. Right now we're just getting the base structure down. I don't know how this is gonna work now that leaves are waterloggable, because this whole plan was started back before they were. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Oh, is that why? Is that why YouTube is blocking all your messages, JD? Are you trying to get us to buy stuff? Are you a bot, JJ? Prove to me you're human. JJ might be a bot. That's the only reason I haven't said I have 8K subs, no self-advertising. It's kind of meta that you've said it. I don't care as much about advertising your own YouTube channel, though. Like, paid products, I'm gonna crack down on that. Like, if you make your own Skyblock videos, you're welcome to mention that in chat. Or something like that. As long as you don't say your channel's better, then it's fine. They passed the Turing test for a while, that's sure. Okay. Well, if they advertise again, they're getting blocked. Probably what they're trying to do right now. Or if they're not, and they're like furiously trying to prove to us that they're a real person, this is probably super frustrating for them. If they were just a person who genuinely enjoyed their last blanket purchase and wanted to let their friends know. And it sounds weird, but like, hey, you know, got a good blanket. Let your peeps know. The blanket actually on top of our bed is like a... my bed right now is the blanket that my grandma made me when she found out I was getting married. So it's a super special blanket to me. She made all of my, she made one for all of my cousins, like when we were babies, for our wedding blankets. And didn't tell any of us, and I was the first of my cousins to get married, so I got first pick from the wedding blanket stash. I already quit YouTube. Just kind of bad in India. We're not getting paid at all. Oh, that stinks. Is that like tax laws or something, Max? Yes, that is me. Oh, okay. You passed the Turing test. Congrats. They're just trying to care for us with a blanket. I need another blanket for my room right now. We have like part of our room like partitioned off, like, you know, by hanging a blanket from the ceiling. Right now we're just kind of using like a cheap, and it's kind of weird because it's like not really a blanket, it's more like a comforter, so it's kind of thick. But ideally, you know, a blanket you hang for a partition would be something thin, more like a tablecloth. But we found this lady in our area who like makes tie-dye like tablecloths and stuff from scratch, so we're gonna see if we can get one from her. Support local artists, you know. Yeah, taxes, okay. Okay. We ran out of shears. We do have one more pair, though. Yeah, I made sure I was, like, plugging up every hole I saw as I went that time. Any more? Yeah, some over here. Yeah, this area looks pretty good, actually. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, true. I'm one of those people that needs to, like, have my feet under a blanket to sleep. I don't know why, it just feels weird if I have my feet out in the open. Like, socks work, too. But yeah, it's super hot where I live. Like, it's not the height of summer for us yet, but when it gets there, it'll be over 110 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, like, is that 40-something? Low 40s? Mid 40s? Like, every day, which super sucks, because it's like, at night it doesn't even cool down, it's still just too hot at night. Right now it's still kind of nice, though. It's not going to get like that for another month or two. Let me tell you about my feet and how I sleep at night. Okay, no, I'll change the subject. Yeah, that was a little personal. It's all started because of JJ and the blankets. No, I made it personal. It wasn't JJ. Oh, what am I doing? We gotta sleep. Yeah, this front area is pretty good. How much do we have left? I don't know, maybe a third way done with de-leafing it? Like that? We don't even need to de-leaf all of it. You know what we can actually do is like leave a couple patches of just normal trees. I think that'd probably be pretty good. And then, like, have a bunch of... Yeah, just add some variation to this thing when it's all underwater. Because where we're standing right now is going to be like 8 blocks underwater about once this thing is all done. Apology accepted. You're a good chat member, JJ. Alright, I'm gonna call it here for the day though. 3 hours is a pretty good place for me to stream, like in terms of energy level, and we got a good deal done. So, yeah, thanks for chilling, y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next stream or wherever y'all show up.